What's up, everybody? Well, I got another unboxing video for you guys today, and today we got ourselves a new keyboard for the TV PC. Now, not really replacing the other keyboard in a sense, but the other, I basically just used this for the longest time, because I basically just use it to type in, you know, something on YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, what have you, Crunchyroll, or type a game in that I want on Steam, and then put Steam in big picture mode, and then never touch it. But there is one problem with it. I've used it so much, this button doesn't always work anymore, but until it completely breaks, I refuse to completely replace it. However, trying to actually play a game with it, that's where it started to be like, okay, I do not like this. This is horrible. So we're going to replace it with this for that purpose. I'll still use that for just, you know, using it as a media PC. But when I make a video for you guys, now I'll have something to actually use, you know, where I don't feel like I'm, what's a good word for it? Held back, I guess is the best word I can think of off the top of my head. Anyway, enough of this opening. Why don't we get to the point of this and unbox this badass thing? So, as usual, before we start unboxing, we'll just look over the box real quick. So, the pretty self-explanatory, just has its name, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I would call it the YUNZII keyboard, and they say where art meets next level typing. Oh, and apparently the accessories are underneath. Please check before throwing away. So if that's labeled there, a bunch of people probably threw it away. All right, on the front it tells you not to charge it with the wrong charger. Most people are just going to charge it with their PC, so that shouldn't be an issue. Do we have anything on this side? Nope, just the name of the thing. And then on this thing we've just got a bunch of the specs in Chinese, little QR code, and all right, I think we're pretty much good. And then on the bottom we've got like a little picture of it. So now why don't we actually open this thing? So, let's get this guy open now. There's nothing to cut on it or anything that I can see. So for a change, that's pretty nice. All right, so how's the presentation? If we can get it to, there we go. Not bad. Tri-mode, transparent, customized mechanical keyboard. All right. Oh, and then it even gives you a bunch more stuff here. I can't read any of it, but that's really cool for Chinese people or people that can read Chinese. All right, what else do we got? Oh, they've got a nice protective foam thing so it can't get messed up, and it is in a little plastic cocoon, so it shouldn't get all scratched. So we'll plop that over to the side real quick. And then like they said, accessories underneath, you get some extra keycaps. What do we got? We got a shift, an opt, command, and menu. So maybe, oh, and CMD. So if you have a Mac probably, you can change them around to actually fit it. All right, other than that, they got you your accessories. It's even labeled with a happy little keyboard guy. So what's our accessories? How do I open this without destroying it? Most of the time I just get tired of nonsense and just rip shit open, but let's try to open it up the right way. No? There we go. Figured I could figure it out eventually. Alright, so, and there you've got some of those extra clear little removable switches, because this is hot swappable. You've got yourself a USB-C cable that actually matches white. It would have been kind of neat if it was clear, to be honest with you, but that cost extra money. They're not going to do that. And I think there was some reason they stopped doing that. And then you get yourself one of those nicer key pullers where you can do the hot swap part or the key pulling part. So that's not bad, and other than that, that is it. There are no more accessories in there or anywhere else. That is it for the unboxing part. So, why don't we take a closer look at everything that came in the box? So, one of the first things you see is the extra keys they give you. They give you like a shift key and like a command key. I think it's basically keys to turn it into like more Macified, basically. So, besides that, like I said, here's a close-up of that key puller. You've got the key pulling part right there, and then you got the hot swappable key part puller right there. And then there is our thingy. In fact, this one, why don't we take it out so you guys can get a better look. Oh, and there are little things in there, so watch out. You do have these too, which I wanted to show off. There's your little hot swappable. They're clear, feel quite nice, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a noob when it comes to keyboard. All of them feel quite nice as long as it's a mechanical and not membrane. And then there's your cable. It's not a braided cable or anything fancy like that, but at least it's white, and I think that matches it better than if they just gave us an old black one, just a run-of-the-mill one. So now, why don't we go ahead and look at the main star of the show. All right, here is the star of the show, and man, does it look badass. And they even gave me it was all wrapped up, like double wrapped and super protected, and they even gave me a cool little dust cover, which I'm actually going to use. I don't know if that was their intended purpose, but I'm absolutely going to use that to keep dust out of this clear thing. Otherwise, it'll look absolutely gross. That's the only problem. I got to keep this one clean. Unfortunately, with Misty around, lots of dust. I try to keep stuff clean, but even if I clean one day, the next day it looks like I've never cleaned in a year. So I try, and I keep up with it, but no matter what, my house is always going to look a little dusty. There's going to be surface dust and cat hair and little weed particles on everything all the time. So I'll do my best, but I know it's going to eventually get a little gross. Then I'll have to learn how to take it apart and clean it, which I'm not looking forward to because I'm scared I won't be able to put it back together. But anyway, let's take a closer look, shall we? Take you guys out of your little tripod and we'll just take a quick look. There you go. Then we'll go plug it in, of course, too, and do a test to show you what it sounds like and all that good stuff. In fact, I'll probably do the typey thing before I plug it in. That way I'm not making Windows go, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's hitting so many buttons, what the hell? What a nice keyboard, though. This thing looks great. Like, there were some more expensive ones, but I didn't think that their clear thing looked as cool as this one. So I was just like, screw it. We'll just do this. And alright, I think that's probably about good. Put you guys back in your little home. And now, let's hook up the correct microphone and let's go do a little typey test. Even though I can't type worth shit, we can still show you what it sounds like, just the same. Alright, now for a quick little sound test. So, I'm just gonna shut on up and start a pecking. Alright, I think that's probably good. Sounds great. Honestly, sounds just about as good, if not even maybe slightly better than my Mojo 68. But very, very similar. I like it. But now, let's go get it plugged in and see what all that RGB action looks like. Because I guarantee, with a clear keyboard, the RGB is going to be one of the coolest parts about it. And one of the reasons I got it. Because I don't know, I like RGB. It's fun. But I know a lot of people hate it. And there's no problem with that either. Because it takes up resources most of the time. And most of the time, it looks like a disco show. So I can see why some people don't like it. But anyway, let's stop blabbing and go do that. Alright, well, I tried to make my place as dark as possible. It is day. Luckily, it's cloudy. So let's turn this on for the first time. I think if I remember correctly, to the left was windowed mode on. Oh, well, that's definitely cool. Definitely cool. Alright, let's get you guys closer to that, though. Alright guys, I'd say that's just about a wrap for this little short unboxing. Definitely seems like a badass keyboard. Tight, it feels like it's great to type on. And for under $100, can't complain. Are there better keyboards? Oh, I'm absolutely sure there are. But you gotta pay a little bit more for those. And since this is just the TV PC, and I'm only gonna use this when I make videos for you guys, I figured, let's just get one that looks cool, but not necessarily needing one that's like $300. Because then if Misty jumps up there and breaks it, I'm gonna be like, oh shit. I mean, I guess you could do that to many of my other ones like that too, but she doesn't really hang out on my computer desks much. But she's always jumping up to get her treats and whatnot up there. And what if she throws up on it or something like that? Gross as that is, that would suck. So I just thought, let's not completely break the bank, but let's at least get one that looks kind of cool. And then I saw this one on Amazon for 89 bucks, and I was like, hell yeah, let's try it. So, with that said, that's about that for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.